Excellent, brilliant. So, starting on the mat, feet together. And so turning toes out, followed by heels, just looking down at your feet, making sure they're parallel to each other and tracking straight. Soft through the knees, hips facing forward, shoulders round and down and ears over the shoulders. Placing the hands on the hips, and we're going to rock that pelvis forward, flattening through the lumbar spine and back and arching through the lumbar spine. Good, a couple more times, forward and back. And then finding the halfway point between the two, nice neutral spine position. Placing the hands over the rib cage, drawing the shoulders down the back. Nice deep breath in through the nose, feel the rib cage expanding, and out through the mouth. So while you continue with the deep lateral breathing, we're going to imagine that belt around your waist, drawing the sides towards each other and the belly button back to the spine. And at the same time, feel those pelvic floor muscles like a lift coming up. 1, 2, 3. So tightness through the whole abdominal core region, but you can keep with that deep lateral breathing. So relaxing the arms down by your side, and we'll just start with those forward shoulder rolls. Just nice and slow, releasing any tightness in those shoulders. One more time forward, and then we're going to reverse up to the ears, over the mountain and down the other side, and really squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. One more time, we're relaxing the arms down by your side, and we're floating the arms out to the side, locking those shoulders down the back to reach the arms to the ceiling. On the out breath, we're going to push the air away as we bring the arms back down. One more time on the in breath, floating the arms out to the side, locking the shoulders down the back, palms facing each other. We're going to reach the right arm up to touch the ceiling and then slide that shoulder blade down the back. Reach the left arm to touch the ceiling, opening up the left side and sliding the shoulder blade down the back. We're going to push the air, or we're going to float those arms open just to shoulder height, keeping the palms to the ceiling. Bend the elbows and place the hands behind the head. Good. So shrugging those shoulders up to your ears, drawing the shoulder blades down the back and squeeze those shoulder blades together at the back. Unlock the fingers, keep the palms facing away from you. We're going to bring the hands down behind the body and opening up through that chest. Good, one more time. In breath, float the arms to shoulder height. Place the hands behind the head and interlock the fingers. Shrug the shoulders up to your ears. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Unlock those fingers. Float the hands down behind the body. Keep the shoulders and the head back. Feel that lovely stretch through your pecs. We're going to interlock the fingers, turn them inside out, and lift them up away from the glutes. Again, keeping the ears over the shoulders and just breathing through the stretch through the front of the chest. Unlock the hands and just give them a shrug off. Brilliant. So we're going to drop left ear to left shoulder, right arm behind the back. Take that left hand over the head, feeling the stretch down the side of the neck, across the top of the shoulder. And then drop the chin to the chest. We can drop the hands by your side. We're going to rub that chin along the chest very slowly, feeling the stretch down the back of the neck, ending with right ear over right shoulder, left arm behind the back, right hand over the head, and again, just gently feeling that stretch down the side of the neck, shoulder, not forcing anything. And then again, chin to chest, relax the arms down by your side. Keep those shoulder blades together, squeeze together at the back as we rub that chin along the chest, ending with left ear over left shoulder and coming back up to center again. Brilliant. So keeping those knees soft, scooping the belly button to spine on the in breath. On the out breath, we're going to take chin to chest. And we're slowly peeling that vertebra off the imaginary wall behind you, arms hanging, head hanging, feeling the articulation through each vertebra joint as we let the crown of the head weight you down towards your toes, head hanging, shoulders down the back, and we're scooping belly button to spine as we round back up. Stacking that spine one vertebra at a time. We're going to float, bring both arms up to the ceiling, and again scooping the belly button to spine, keeping the arms by your ears until the crown of the head faces the floor, and then we're going to let those arms hang again, articulating through the vertebra all the way down towards your toes, either placing the fingers under the toes or flat onto the floor, shoulders down the back. We're going to straighten through that left knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straighten through the right knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straightening through both knees, head hanging, drawing those shoulders down your back. Nice deep breath in and out. We're going to soften through the knees, scoop the belly button to spine. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine, roll the shoulders back, and coming up to standing. Brilliant. So we're going to sit on our balls. Now, oh, no, sorry, weights. Sorry. Nearly got away with that. I forgot the weights. Let's grab our weights. So we're going to start with the bicep curl. Sorry, I'll just drop my camera down. I'm going to pick that back up. Okay, so palms facing away from you, locking those elbows into your side. Remember to keep your neutral spine and the core engaged. And we're drawing the weights up to the shoulders and lower back down. Good. So for 14 and lower, 13 and lower, for 12, nice deep breaths, 11 and 10, keeping those elbows squeezed into your side, for 9 and 8, good, for 7, good. So we're bicep curling here, keeping those elbows squeezed into your side, 6 and 5, good, for 4 and 3, good, 2 more, and last one, good, and give those arms a shake off. Brilliant. Into the dumb waiter. So again, elbows bent, forearms to palms to the ceiling, and we're going to open the arms out, squeezing the elbows into your side, sliding those shoulder blades together. Good. So for 14 and close, 13 and close. Good. For 12. So really we're strengthening those muscles between the shoulder blades. So you really want to work at sliding those shoulder blades together. For 9 and close, 8 and close. Just watching that rib cage doesn't pop out. For 6 and close, good. For 5 and close. Try and take those hands behind the body a bit. For 3 and close. 2 more. 2 and close. Last one. And close back up. Good. Give those arms a good shake off. Bend those knees again. Core engaged. We're bringing the arms straight up in front and lower. Good. 4 and lower. For 3 and lower. Good. Locking those shoulders down the back. Remember, you can bend those elbows if it starts to feel too much. On the next one, we're going to pulse it, but if you've got heavy weights, just bring them straight back down. For 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. On the out breath, take them up and we're pulsing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. 2 more sets. Arms out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Last one in this. Arms out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Good. Giving those arms a struggle. Palms to the side of the thighs. We're taking the arms straight out to the side and lower. For 4 and lower. 3. We're doing 2 more and then we're going to start to circle again. If you have heavier weights, just keep bringing them out and in. We're holding it here. We're going forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. We're going to go backwards with the circles. Take the arms out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. Forward this time. Arms out for 5. Remember, you can bend those elbows. 2, 1, and lower. Last one. Take the arms out. We're going backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. Shrugging those off. We're doing the upright row. So when you're ready, palms to the thighs again. Bring the hands to the front of the shoulders, elbows lifted, and push the air away. Good. For 14, and down. 13, trying to lift those elbows up, but draw the shoulders down the back. And 11, and away. 10, and away. Good. For 9, and push away. 8. Really push that air away from you. That really keeps those arms working even when you're lowering them down. For 7, and away. 6, draw those shoulders down the back. 5, and away. 4, push that air away. 3, 2 more. For 2, and last one. Push the air away and shrugging those arms off. Good. So into the tricep kickback, trying to keep the ears over the shoulders. We're going to take the elbows behind the body, hands to the front of the shoulders, and we're reaching back and up towards the ceiling. Good. And forward. The elbows don't move. They stay behind the body. Good. For 3, we're going to again do 2 more and then we're going to start to pulse it. On this one, we're going to pulse. So reach the arms back and pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. Good. Reach the arms back and up and pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. Good. 2 more. Reach the arms back and up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. Good. Last one. Reach the arms back and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. Good. And relaxing those arms and shoulders. Brilliant. So last one now. Holding those glasses of water. Remember, have the elbows away from the body if you want to work harder. Otherwise, tuck those elbows in. We're lifting the elbows up, pour the water down the sink and center. Again, remember to slide those shoulders down your back. 13 and center. 12 and center. 11 and center. Good. For 10 and 9. Good, so elbows lifting, shoulders down. 7. Again, if you're not feeling much, bring those elbows in front of the body when you center. 6 and 5. Good, for 4 and 3. For 2. And last one now. Exhale. Excellent. Relax those arms down. We can put the weights down. Good job, everyone. I will just circle those arms round, back and forward. Just getting oxygen back in there. Brilliant. So we can now come to sitting on the balls. I bet you wish I hadn't remembered at the last minute the weight. Good. So we're sitting on the ball. Knees and feet are just slightly wider than hip width apart. Crown of the head up towards the ceiling, arms relaxed and by your side. Good. So lifting through the waist, we're going to slide the right hand down, bring the left arm over the top into the side bend. Good. In breath to center, and we're changing arms. So again, lengthening through the waist, keep that ball still as we reach over to the left. Brilliant. We're doing it one more time to each side, but this time, as we bring the left arm up and slide it over, we're going to slide that hip over to the left. So we're just slightly increasing that stretch. And center, bringing the right arm up, slide that right hip out, reach the arm over the top, and center back up again. Good. Taking both arms up to the ceiling. Turn to the left. Bring the left arm back behind you towards the right hip. The right hand sits to the outside of the left knee. Crown of the head to the ceiling, and then use the ball and your knee to rotate, to increase that rotation to the left. Good. Both arms back up to the ceiling, and right hand goes behind you towards your left hip, left hand on the right knee, crown of the head to the ceiling, and then again using the resistance to increase that rotation. Good, both arms to the ceiling, and then we're going to relax them down by your side. We're going to roll forward on the ball, so see curving that back. We're going to roll down so the ball comes under lumbar, thoracic, and then underneath the head. Make sure the head is lying on the ball, so you don't want the head hanging over the ball. The hips are lifted nice and high, so we're squeezing those glutes and keeping that rib cage down. So floating the right and left arm up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. On the in-breath, we're floating the arms out to the side. Drop the back of the hands down towards the floor and just really opening up through the chest. In-breath, floating them back up to the ceiling again. Good. One more time. On the out breath, we're floating the arms out to the side. Drop the back of the hands to the floor. Just think about lifting those hips a bit and floating back up to the ceiling again. Palms facing away from you. We're going right arm up, left arm down. Circle all the way around. So we're taking the shoulder through its full range of movement and back up to the ceiling again. Left arm up, right arm down. Circle all the way around and back up to the ceiling. We're doing double arms, bringing down to your feet first. Remember, just lift those hips a bit. Circle all the way around and back up to the ceiling. We're going up above the head now. So on the out breath, keep the rib cage down. Circle them round towards your toes and back up to the ceiling. Good. So come up from the breastbone, hands onto the front of the thigh. We're going to walk back on the ball until the ball comes into that lumbar spine. So remember, we're doing the curl up. So remember with this one, if you're not feeling it, you can always come a little bit higher up onto that ball. That just makes you work a bit harder. Hands behind the head, keeping the elbows wide. On the in-breath, we're going to lower back. Don't drop the head below the back of the spine. On the out-breath, draw the belly button to spine and we're curling up. Good. In-breath to lower. We're going for 10. So for 9 and lower. For for 8. Draw that belly button to spine and lower. Keep the elbows wide. You don't want to be pulling the head up. So nice and wide elbows for 7 and lower. Good. For 6, check that belly button isn't popping out. You want to keep that belly button drawn to the spine for 4 and lower. 3 and lower. Good. 2 more. Draw that belly button in and lower. Last one. Draw that belly button in. We'll lower back down and then just keeping the head lifted slightly. We're going to drop the hips, coming down to sitting on the floor. Bring the ball out. Just place the ball to the side for a minute. And we're coming on to all 4s. So sorry, Janus, you've let that ball spin off. So coming on to all 4s. Wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath those hips, top of the feet flat onto the floor. Drawing that belly button to spine. So on the in-breath, we're rounding thoracic back up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders away from the spine. On the out-breath, lengthen tail and crown. Keep that belly button drawn in as we go on into the back extension and taking the eyes towards the ceiling. In-breath, rounding through the thoracic back, drawing the shoulders down. On the out-breath, lengthen tail and crown and feeding on into that back extension. Good. We're just going to flex that back off, rounding thoracic back up towards the ceiling and coming back to your neutral spine position, keeping that belly button scooped. We're going to slide the left leg back, drop that left hip down. Push back through the hands, you're taking the heel to the floor. You can come onto forearms here if the wrists are uncomfortable. Keep the back of the head in line with the spine and we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and sliding that left knee in. Good. Slide the right leg back. Drop the right hip down. Heel to the floor. And we're holding this for 10, 9, 8. Back of the head in line with the spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and sliding that right knee in. Good. Into the hip drops. So we're taking both hips over to the right. Look over your left shoulder at your feet. Good. In breath to center. If you're not feeling much, you can just take your knees a little wider. Don't let the right knee, as you come over to the left, don't let it lift off the floor. And center. Good. One more time to each side. Nice and slow. Trying to drop those hips a little lower. And center. Good. Both hips over to the left. Head goes to the right. And coming back to the center again. We're going to take the right hand. Feed it through the gap. Head and shoulder comes down to the floor. Roll onto that right shoulder and eyes to the ceiling. Good, and centering. Back up again. Good, so left back of the hand through the gap. Head and shoulder down. Slide back onto that left shoulder and eyes to the ceiling. Brilliant. So this you should be hopefully feeling behind that left shoulder or the right, depending on the direction you're going. If you're not feeling it, please just unmute and let me know so we can talk through it a little bit. So right hand through the gap, head and shoulder to the floor, roll onto the back of the shoulder. We're going to increase the stretch by taking the left hand up above your head onto the floor, so back of the hand is on the floor, eyes to the ceiling, and lean back through that right shoulder. Good. coming back up onto all fours. We're going to feed the left hand through the gap, head and shoulder down. Good. And then to progress it, if you want to, bring the right hand onto the floor. So it's not in this air, it goes onto the floor, up above your head, palm to the ceiling, and then eyes up to the ceiling. Brilliant. And roll back onto that right shoulder to increase that stretch. Good. And then we're coming back up onto all fours again. I'm going to sit back on your heels, head down into the mat, creep those fingers away from you. Good. And then we're going to walk the hands round to the left, reaching the right arm away from you as far as you can go to the left. Keep the weight down into that right heel. Good. We're centering back up again. And then we're going to walk the hands round to the right, reaching that left arm away from you. Keep the weight down into that left heel. Good. Centering back up again. I'm going to draw the belly button to spine. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine, rolling the shoulders back, and we're coming to sitting with our legs in a V. So, sitting with the legs in the V, flexion in the feet. You want to be feeling a bit of a stretch through these adductors. So if you're not feeling it, just open that V out a bit. Good. Crown of the head up towards the ceiling, and we're taking the arms out to the side, palms facing away from you. So the hands are sort of side on. We're going to turn to the left. We're going to hinge forward, taking the little finger of the right hand to the outside little toe, and we're going to soar for 3, 2, 1. Come back up and center. Good. We're turning to the right, back hand down, hinging forward, and we're soaring for 3, 2, 1. Come back up and center. Just to talk through it, we don't want the hand coming to the floor or resting on your toe. We're reaching forward and out, okay? So, turning to the left, back hand down. This time, look at your back hand. Hinging forward, reach that right hand forward for 3, 2, 1. Come back up and center. Good. Last one. Turning to the right. Look at your back hand. Hinge forward. And we're soaring for 3, 2, 1. Come back up and center. Good. We're going to grab our balls again. Have the balls in between the V. So in the center of the V. Hold the balls on the side. So hinging forward, we're going to roll those balls forward, take the chest down towards your knee. Then we're going to roll the ball over the right foot, left arm comes up above the head, and we're going to take the eyes to the ceiling. Good. So this is a lovely back rotational stretch. Again, hinging forward, we're going to roll the ball across to the left foot. Place it above the left foot and eyes to the ceiling underneath that right arm. Good. One more time to each side. As you roll the ball across the front, try and take that chest a little bit lower. Lift the ball up. Take the side down towards that knee. Good. Last one here. We're going to roll the ball over to the left. Look up underneath that right arm, eyes to the ceiling. We're going to come back to the center. We're going to hold it here. I want you to take your hands on top of the ball now. Push the ball away. See if you can drop a little bit lower. Dropping the head down between the arms. And then we're going to round back up and stack that spine. Brilliant. So we're placing the balls to the side. Bend your knees and coming to the front of your mat. Good. stacking the crown of the head to the ceiling. So we're going to start to do the roll back C curve and coming back up again. We're going to get lower and lower and lower. If at any point you think, oh, I'm not going to be able to come back up, come down and then do the full roll up coming up. And if you do come down, then obviously straighten the legs to do the full roller. Okay, so arms out in front of you, crown of the head to the ceiling. Draw the belly button to spine. So we're C curving that back. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed and make sure you're not crunching those shoulders towards each other. And we're rounding back up and stacking. Good. Drawing the belly button to spine. We're rounding back to C curve. We're going to come down to just letting that lumbar spine come into the mat. And then we're rounding back up and stacking. We're going to do thoracic, so just above the lumbar spine this time. So drawing the belly button to spine. We're coming down, just coming above that lumbar spine. And then we're rounding back up and stacking. We're going to the lowest point of the shoulder blade now. So draw the belly button to spine. We're coming down just as that shoulder blade touches the floor. We're rounding back up and stacking. Good job, everyone. We're going to come all the way down now. So C curving that back. We're coming down, lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down. Lengthen your legs away, hands come up above the head, and we're going to do a full roll up. So in breath, engage belly button to spine. On the out breath, arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, look at your toes, and then we're rolling up, all the way up. Reach the arms up above the toes, but reaching them forward. Drop the head between the arms. And we're stacking that spine. One more time, a full roll down and roll up. So we're scooping the belly button to spine. Coming down, lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down, reach the arms over the top for an in-breath. On the out-breath, arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, look at your toes, and we're rounding up. Good. Reach those arms forward. This time we're going to hook them onto the toes or ankles. Drop the head down. Just breathing through that lovely stretch through hamstrings, lower back. Stacking that spine again, arms out in front, and we're going to roll all the way down to the mat again. So scooping the belly button to spine, we're rounding down, lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down. Good. Just lying in that position with the arms on the floor above your head. Feet are in flexion. And we're going to lengthen that right leg away from you. At the same time, reaching back with the right arm. Good. And relax. And now we're going to lengthen the left leg and the left arm back. And relax. One more time to each side. Right arm, right leg. And relax. And then left arm, left leg. Lengthening them away. And relax. Good. And just letting that lumbar spine relax down into the mat a little bit there. Nice deep breath in. And out. We're going to bend those knees now, hip width apart. Relax the arms down by your side. Good. So from there now, we're just going to slide the chin towards the chest, so you're getting that nice length through the back of the neck. Engaging the belly button to spine, we're going to peel the vertebra, peel the pelvis up off the mat, and then one vertebra at a time, we're going to push up into our shoulder bridge position, squeezing through the glutes, lifting those hips as high as possible, but keeping that rib cage down. Holding for an in-breath. As we breathe out, we're going to come back down, one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. Good. One more time, deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebra one at a time, pushing forward through the fronts of the thighs, squeezing through the glutes, lifting those hips up, rib cage down, and from there we're going to drop the glutes 5 centimeters down and squeeze and lift them back up again. Good. For 9, and lift. 8, and lift. Keep the rib cage down, just the hips. For 6, and lift. 5, and lift. Good. For 4, squeeze those glutes up. For 3, and lift. For 2, and push back up. Last one, squeeze and lift those hips back up, and then we're going to come back down one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. Good. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebra one at a time till we come up into the shoulder bridge position, hips lifted, rib cage down. We're going to close the knees towards each other so they're meeting, and then we're going to open them wide, but don't roll onto the sides of your feet. Good. In breath, close the knees. Out breath to open. Try not to let those hips drop up and down. For 8, and open. Good. 7, and open. 6, and open. 5, squeezing those glutes. For 4, and open. 3, and open. Good. 2 more. 2, and open. Last one here. Squeeze together and open. We're bringing the knees back to hip width apart. We're coming back down one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. We're going to hug those knees into your chest, rock from side to side, and loosen off your back. Brilliant. Certainly feel those glutes then. Good job, everyone. So we're going to take the feet back down to the mat, hip width apart, arms out to the side, palms to the ceiling. Good. So controlling it through the core, we're going to take, keeping the feet stacked here, we're going to take both knees down to the right, head goes to the left. So the feet are stacked on top of each other, just relaxing those knees down towards the floor. And then when you're ready, we're going to lengthen that left leg over the right knee, toe towards the floor. Good. Trying to bring that left leg up towards the right hand. And then if you want to increase it, you can take the toe to the ceiling, the heel to the floor. Just breathing through that stretch. And then we're going to stack knees and ankles and take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up again. Good. On the out breath, we're going to take both knees over to the left. The head goes to the right, keeping those feet stacked. Just relaxing the knees down towards the floor. Let any tightness go. And we're going to lengthen the right leg over the left knee, toe towards the floor. Sliding that left leg up, sliding the right leg up towards your left hand. Breathing through that stretch. And then we're going to stack knees and ankles, take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. We're going to float the left leg up to tabletop. Again, engage that core, belly button to spine. We're going to bring both legs over to the right, controlling it. Count to 3 as you lower the legs. Head goes to the left. Keep the gap between the two knees. And on the out breath, take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up again. We're changing legs. So right leg up into tabletop, left foot down. Again, engaging the core. We're going to lower the legs for 3, 2, and 1. And then take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center for 3, 2, and 1. Hold the right leg up. If you want to progress it, we're going to take both legs up. If that feels too much for you, go back to single, 1 leg up, 1 leg down. We're going to take both legs over to the right. Again, control the movement, lowering for 3, 2, 1. Don't let the knees touch the floor. On the out breath, take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. Good. On the out breath, we're coming to the knees to the left for 3, for 2, for 1. Head to the right. Take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. One more time to each side. Over to the right for 3, 2, and 1. Take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. Last one now, over to the left, nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. Head goes to the right, lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up again. Perfect. We can just hug those knees in for a sec. And then we're going to leave the legs up in tabletop. Just to talk through, if you feel with the next one that it's hurting your back or neck, you can just revert to the toe tapping. Remember the toe tapping where we touch the toe and we lower one arm behind the head, one arm down. Okay? So both legs up into tabletop. We're going to come up from the breastbone, looking through your knees. We're going to lengthen the right leg away and tap the left knee. Good. And center. And then we're going to change. So left leg is lengthened, tapping the right knee. Good. If you feel like your neck starts to hurt, obviously place the hands behind the head, but keep the elbows wide so you're not holding your head up. Try and lift that head as high as possible till you feel your core muscles starting to click in and hold you up. Good. So we're going for 5 and 5. Good. For 4 and 4. Good. For 3. So we're changing legs each side. Good. For 2 and 2. Last ones here. Really try and squeeze up. Last time to each side. We're going to place the hands behind the head, just cradling the head into the crisscross. So we're going to lengthen the right leg, take the right rib to the left hip and center. Again, neck issues, take the head down and just roll the head onto one elbow and then the other. Good. So for 7, center and 7. Good. Check that belly button is pulled down for 6 and 6. For 5 and 5. Good. For 4 and 4. Remember, if it feels too much, go back to the toe tapping. We've got 3 more to each side. You can do it. 2 more. And 2. Last one here. To each side. Good job. Hug those knees in. Take those knees shoulder width apart, rocking from side to side. Well done, everyone. It's a good core workout for a Monday morning. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to take both feet back down to the mat, relaxing the arms down by your side. We're going to lengthen the left leg away. As we do that, we're going to bring the right arm up above the head, pointing through the toe. We're taking the leg up to the ceiling. We're going to come up from the breastbone, take hold of your calf, shoulders down your back, elbows bent slightly, chin towards your chest. Keep hold of the leg. I'm going to lower the head back down to the mat, increasing the stretch. And we're going to start to point and flex through that foot. Good. Point
As you flex, push the heel up to the ceiling. Point and flex. Good. 2 more times. Point and flex. Keep trying to increase that stretch. Last one. Point and flex. And as we lower the left leg down, bring the right arm up above the head. And then bending the knee, bring the arm down. Good. So we're going to slide the right leg away from you. Left arm comes up above the head. Pointing through the toe, we're going to take the leg up to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone. Take hold of the calf. Shoulders down the back. Bend those elbows. Bring the knee towards your nose. And then we're going to increase the stretch as we lower the head to the mat. And we're going to start to point and flex through that foot. Good. Point and reach the heel to the ceiling on the flexion. Point. See if you can increase that stretch a little bit. Good. 2 more. Point and flex. Good. Last one. Point and flex, and we're lowering the right leg down. Left arm comes up above the head and center back up again. Brilliant. So we're going to place the right knee over the left, so the knees are actually meeting and crossing. Good. Arms out to the side, palms to the ceiling. And we're going to drop both knees down to the right. The head goes to the left. Quite gentle with this one. It is quite a strong stretch, but if you want to increase it, you can use so crossing right knee over left. You can use that top leg to just weight the bottom leg down slightly, gently increasing that stretch. And then we're going to take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. Slide that right ankle back onto the knee there. We're going to bring that left leg up towards your chest, shoulders down your back. And then we're going to roll ever so slightly onto the left side to increase that stretch. Keep pulling that left leg up towards your chest. So you want to be holding that left leg if you can and drawing it up towards you to just increase that stretch on that right side. Good. And center back up. Take both feet back down to the mat. We're crossing the right knee now over the left. Arms to the side, palms to the ceiling. Taking both knees to the left. Head goes to the right. Again, if you want to increase it, just let that top leg place a bit of pressure on that bottom leg. Again, a lovely lower back and sort of QL side stretch coming towards that right side. Take the lumbar spine to the mat to center back up. Slide that left ankle back onto the knee. And then we're going to lift that right leg up, scooping it up with your hands. Draw that knee towards your chest, so you're increasing that stretch on the left side. And we're just going to roll onto our right side ever so slightly to increase that stretch. Good. Remember, we can always use the ball for this one. So if you struggle to pull that right leg up, you can place it onto the ball, that right leg on the ball, and then pull that ball up towards your glutes to increase that stretch. Good. And center back up. Take both feet to the floor. We're going to roll onto our side, coming to our knees. We're grabbing our balls again. And we're going to have the balls in the middle of the mat. And we're lying over the ball with both the hands and the feet on the floor. Good. So the ball should be sitting underneath the lower abdominals. So the feet can sort of just reach the mat. Shoulders down the back. We're going to go straight into leg and arm raise. So left hand is forward, right toes pointed, and we're going to reach forward and back as we lengthen the leg and arm away from you. and then lower back down and sliding back in. If you're finding this quite hard and you're rolling all over rolling around, just check your position on the ball. I'm just having a little look, because you might find you want to bring the ball lower down. That often helps. Yeah. Good, but your feet need to be on the floor. So you need to be able to touch the floor with those toes. Good. Keep going. Sorry, I know I've stopped to watch you. Good, so keep going, leg and arm to each side. I'm just trying to make sure we're all okay with this one. So we should have done 3 times to each side. If you've done 3 to each side, you can just have a little round over the ball. Good. Okay, so from there now, keeping the hands down on the floor, toes on the floor, we're going to lift the belly button up away from the mat. We're pointing through the left toe. We're reaching that left leg up, but keep the hip down. Bend the knee, flex the foot, take the foot up to the ceiling. Keep that knee lifted as you lengthen the leg away and lower back down. Good. So pointing through the right toe, reach the right leg back. Good. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Make sure the belly button's lifted away from the ball. As you lift that foot, keep it lifted and lengthen away and lower back down. Good. One more time to each side. Lift the belly button away from the ball. Left leg up, bend the knee, flex the foot, take the foot to the ceiling, lengthen the leg away, and lower back down. Good. Right toe pointing, reaching back and up. Bend the knee, flex the foot, take the foot to the ceiling, lengthen the leg away, and lowering back down. We're going to walk a little bit further over the ball so the toes are only just reaching the floor. Creep your hands forward to get them underneath the shoulders. So we're reaching both legs back and up. So you should feel those glutes engaging. Lift the belly button away from the ball. We're bending the knees, flex the feet, take both feet up to the ceiling, lengthen the legs away and lower back down. Good. One more time. We're pointing through the toes. Lift the legs up. Bend the knees. Flex the feet. Take the feet to the ceiling. Lengthen the legs away and lower back down. So one more time. Take the legs up. Bend the knees. Flex the feet, take the feet to the ceiling, keep them lifted as we lengthen. We're going to hold it here now. Take the heels together, the toes apart, lift the belly button away from the mat, and we're going to open and close those legs. Good. For 9 and close, 8 and close, 7 and close, 6, 5, 4, lift those legs up a bit higher for 3 and 2, last one here. Good, take the feet back down. We can bend the knees, give the ball a hug, just rocking from side to side. Loosen that back off. Just drop your head down the ball, just let that head hang, loosen that neck off. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to straighten those legs back up now. You want the ball sitting just sort of underneath the breast. The feet are touching the mat towards the side of the mat. You want to have your top body clear of the ball. So you want to be able to lift that body up and you stay nice and secure through your feet. Hands in a diamond shape and place them on the front of the ball and drop the nose down between the hands. Okay, so keeping the shoulders down the back, we're going to lengthen through the back of the neck, drawing the shoulders down the back, lifting the front of the chest up. And remember, once you come to straightened arms, bring the front of the hips up with you. Good. If you need to reshuffle your position on the ball to get a little bit higher, if that's what you want to do, then fine. And lower back down again. Good. One more time. On the out breath, we're lengthening through the back of the neck. Draw those shoulders down your back. Lift the front of the hips away from the ball. And lower back down. Now this time we're going to go into the W arms. So we're going to have the hands either side of the shoulders. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the back. And lower back down again. Good. On the out breath, lengthen through the back of the neck. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And lower. The next time we're going to progress it by moving into breaststroke. So on the out breath, up into your W arms. We're going to bring the arms out to the side, sweep them back, reach them towards your heels, lift the front of your chest up, back to W, and lower back down. Good. Last one. Up into the W. Reach the arms out to the side, sweep them back, drawing them towards your heels, back to W, and lower back down. We're going to come onto the knees, sitting on your heels. So Jen, you're right to come to sitting for this one. So big toes together, knees nice and wide. We're going to walk the ball forward. It's up to you. You can have your hands on the top, or if that feels too much through your shoulders, you can hold the ball on the side and reach the head down to the mat and just roll from side to side on the ball. The hands don't move, as in they're not changing position. We're just rolling, loosening that back off. Brilliant. So we're rounding back up to sitting on the heels. We're just going to stretch our lovely psoas muscles, the hip flexors. So we're going to bring the left knee to the side of the ball. Give that ball a hug, and we're going to reach that right leg away from you. So at the moment, we keep the top of the foot onto the floor, okay? You're lengthening that right leg back until you start to feel a bit of a pull down the right side. Once you start to feel that pull, we're going to tuck that right toe underneath you, and we're going to lift that right knee up off the floor. If you want to then come up from the chest, you want to keep driving that right hip down towards your left heel. So you're kind of drawing that right hip towards the left and down. Good. Then we're going to take the knee back down to the floor. Top of the foot goes onto the floor. We're going to straighten through that front leg now. Keep one hand on the ball, the other hand comes down to the floor. Drop the chest down over the knee and then lengthen that ball away from you. Imagine you're trying to sit back onto your right heel. That helps to just increase that stretch through there. But if you're feeling it through the knee, just bend that knee ever so slightly. Good. Brilliant. And then we're going to come back up to kneeling. We're changing legs here. So we're going to go right foot inside of the ball. Give the ball a hug, and we're creeping that left leg back, keeping the top of the foot on the floor. Tuck that toe underneath you. We're straightening through the back leg, coming up onto the ball, so bringing the chest up a bit, driving that left hip down and towards that right heel. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee back down, top of the foot on the floor. Straighten through that front leg. Right hand comes to the floor. We're going to lengthen that ball away from you, sitting back towards that left heel.
just to help to increase that stretch. Good, drop that chest a little bit lower over the knee. 3, 2, 1, excellent. We're going to come back onto our knees. We can push the ball away, onto all fours. Tuck the toes underneath you. We're coming up into down dog, feet hip width apart. Take the heels to the floor and head through to the knees, drawing the shoulders down the back. Nice deep breath in and out. Soften through the knees, walk the hands back towards your feet, and then on the out breath, we're going to round back up, stacking that spine. Excellent work, everyone. Good job. All okay? Good. All righty.